Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I've been told I'm gonna be hitting some rain, so maybe we can see the rain. Shows there's somebody in here who's here. Who's a lurking? I went on earlier this morning to get some different people maybe to come in. It is Red Shirt Friday. I don't have a red shirt, so but I got one back there, but it's too small. It don't cover my belly. Nobody's got anything to say today. There's a couple of you in here, or three. We're in Missouri on I-70. Just left St. Louis area. Head over here to Olathe, Kansas. Got a 11 o'clock appointment tonight, and I'm 200 miles away, so hi, Hugo. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's okay. More traffic slowing down out here on the interstate than it was coming through St. Louis today. Hey, Backlash. I might go fishing this weekend. It's supposed to be raining today here. I don't unload till tonight, but tomorrow it's supposed to be nice, I think. Rain Sunday, so I might go fishing tomorrow. I got a brush hog first. It won't take long, but or I might go fishing early and then brush hog after. All right, I'll be watching. I'll be got it set. I can't unload till 11 o'clock, so I'll be there. I'm only 3 hours away from where I got to deliver, but they won't let me come in early, so I'll look for it. Has Panda got her own little fishing rod? Oh, Shannon's here. I don't know yet. Thought about Oak Grove, but it's a little further away. Oh, okay, cool. Uh, there's, there's a little fuel stop down there by Peterbilt, but I think you got to pay to park there. They do have good tacos. It's not that far away, but hey, Paula. Oh, okay. She didn't need that longer one anyway. Yep. Yeah, they're a real good size for her. What are you guys going to be fishing for? Bass or catfish or crappie? When I go fishing, I go just fishing whatever gets on my hook. Most time I try to catch carp and catfish where we're at. I don't like fishing for crappie myself. A lot of people say crappie are good. I've never had one. Yeah, it's with me. Whatever bites the worm, as long as I catch something, that's all that matters. Uh, shepherd's pie. Whatever don't make me sick. They usually make me sick, so. I got rolls. Oh, did you buy some of them Hawaiian rolls? I probably don't need no bread. I've been eating so much bread. I guess lasagna would be all right too. Lasagna or shepherd's pie, either one of them. I don't want a roast. They just don't taste good anymore. I don't make you out to be a horrible cook. You do that on your own. Besides, half the time when you say you're going to make dinner on Saturday nights, you're asleep and you don't make it. My words do not. If I get sick after eating, it ain't my fault. What'd you do that for? Asking, jumping from you, hit your damn brakes. Hi, Latoya. Hope you're doing better, Latoya. Oh, I'm sorry for that. They haven't got you on any good pain pills? I'm about ready to get in pain. I'm headed home for the weekend. When's your operation? I hope it's soon, so you ain't in pain. No, that's more pain when you're asleep. I'm afraid to make a noise so your majesty doesn't get woke up. You know, you're not doing nothing right now. You can go out and hook the brush up, hog up, so it'll be all hooked up for me tomorrow. Besides, you slept the last 2 weekends. That's my wife, Latoya, the White Shoulders Farmstead. That's my wife. She hasn't been doing very many videos lately. She's been sick, so hi, Lisa. Good morning. Huh. Never seen a postal or a forest truck in our area here before. Wish I would go away. Yeah, she got bronchitis here, what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? And it just kind of, oh, it's not sure, ain't what I've heard. It's all about me. It's always about me. Yeah, people have been wanting updates from you. I don't know why, but they have. If you're not coming up, Shannon, at least take Paula's advice and watch how she types. I don't know if you're more likable or not. There. Thank you. It's easier. Yeah, who's your references? And what it cost you? There's 5 people, or actually 4, because I'm in here and you're in. Who do you guys like more, Shannon or Randy? Put an R or S. Your S don't count. I guess nobody likes either of us. I'm glad you like yourself. I ain't hit the rain yet, but the cars all coming at me got their headlights on. Thank you, Latoya, for doing that. I, the way the sky looks, maybe by the time I get to Columbia, I might be getting some. All right. Well, you could come on here and just show something, go up here on mine and show or take your stand and tripod and your phone and come up on panel here while you're feeding, and we can watch you feed. Take my tripod, your phone will flip right on it. Oh, you're putting on your harness deal. Okay. Well, you can put your GoPro on you and video, but take your phone out, put it on my tripod, and we can watch while you're doing stuff too. Uh-oh. No, thought I seen lightning. I think it's a flashing light on top of that tower. That Swift truck must have been a girl truck pulling the Walmart trailer. The little mirrors out on the fender were pink, hot pink. All right. Good morning, everybody. I see a few more people jumping in and out. We're on I-70 in Missouri, in between St. Louis and Kansas City, headed towards the Kansas City area. And it's getting cold in here. I'm going to stop putting my coat on. I can't regulate my AC. Either it's hot or cold. No in between. Hi, Rita. Rita, I wish I had half your energy. Whoa, bumpy road. Are you canning today, Rita? Yes, I can barbecue. Welcome in. I think she went out to feed. She'll be back in a little bit, Rita. I'm on I-70. Yes, I can barbecue. Hi, Jamie. Didn't see you yesterday. Nick was in here. I'm on I-70 in Missouri, headed towards Olathe, Kansas. You're going to try that peanut butter and pickles. I'm telling you, that's good. where I stopped and got fuel yesterday. I've never had it. I was going to try it, but they had fried pickles. Oh, you already got corn? Yeah, I thought I was talking yesterday on the live that when I was home last time, our corn was a little over waist high. Shannon just said it's as tall as she talked to me on the phone this morning. She said the corn there at the house is as tall as she is now. So in 2 weeks, it's really grown. You ought to hear, Jamie, some of the stuff Nick was talking about you yesterday. Man, you have to watch the replay. You think he does? You got him taught, huh? I never talk about Shannon. I usually mess up at least once a day. Say something wrong. You having an easy day to delivering today, Jamie? It's Friday. Probably not that much mail today. I hope it's cool down there today. It's nice. It was going to rain. It's raining over here. Not yet where I'm at, but I'm getting ready to run into the rain. But it's only in the 70s so far. Jamie, you made me lose an argument the other day with Shannon. We was talking about the girls. I thought you only had 3 girls. She goes, no, they have 4 girls. I go, no, there's only 3. And then you was talking about the other day there's 4, and I thought there was only 3, so I lost the argument. Rita, are you still in here? Oh no, 103. Well, hurry up and get the mail delivered. Get home. Kim shows up. She can stand on the bridge and wave at me with her grandkids today. I'll be going right by Kim's. Almost by Rebecca. Rebecca's touched by yarn. It's almost by her place now. Go around this pickup and he speeds up. I really don't understand why people do that. See somebody passing them and gotta speed up. Very nice, slow back down. Well, we're coming into Columbia, Missouri, the home of Carl Edwards. Anybody watch NASCAR? So better slow down a little bit. Hey, Cole. Oh, that's a heavy load. Looks like a big old transformer or something. You got traffic backing up. Hey, Nets. I miss you too, Nets. Ain't seen you in a long time. Are you still in school? I haven't been around to help you do your lessons. I'm not speeding. It's 65 and I'm doing, oh, wait a minute. It's 60 now. Okay, maybe I am speeding. I thought it was 65. I've got a line of cars behind me, so I'm trying to get out of the way. Hey, Victoria. Shannon will be back a little bit. She's just went out to feed. I was gonna. She's gonna come up on panel when she comes back, and she can tell you about the tractor she likes. So get a woman's perspective. Rita was in here earlier, and I was going to ask her, and then she left and tell you. Yeah, she's actually going to make a video this morning out there feeding. So she she's back about 45 minutes or so. She takes her to feed, so she should be back any time. But I know Rita runs tractors and stuff too, so I was going to have Rita try to tell you. Oh, another oversized load. And it's a big old trailer. Shannon watched the video of us talking yesterday, and she said she'd rather have the stick also. So, and it's a good idea to do that. Like I was saying yesterday, when you're making a big purchase like that, you want to be satisfied with what you get because you can't just take it back, right away. So it's a good idea to research when you're doing a big purchase like that. Something that's going to make your job easier, your life easier, no headaches with it. And, but it still comes down to what you enjoy doing, like how you operate something. So, you was closer to us, you can come up and run ours and see how it acts. Yep, because I've done that. It's like this truck I'm driving here you're looking at. I bought it in December and I regret it now. I wanted a nice Peterbilt. This ain't the one. I mean, it's not a bad truck, but it's not comfortable. And I regret it, and I spent $90,000 on this and I can't get it sold. I've been trying to sell it, so, but my other truck got some stuff wrong with it. I didn't want to spend more money on fixing it. I don't think you go wrong with either one of them for what you're doing, but in long term, like the resale value I was saying yesterday, the green one holds the value more. Yeah, see, that's there. You did that, because but there's a lot of people don't even know how to operate a gear shift. They got to have everything automatic anymore. They don't want to take the time to learn to use a manual. Now, sometimes, like in this truck, like I said yesterday, I've had automatic trucks, and I didn't dislike them. The one that was total automatic, I didn't, because you had to give it too much gas when you're backing up the dock and you bump the dock too hard. I thought the one the clutch I like, but the wiring on them with the salt and stuff out here in the weather, the wiring harness you have to change them every 3 to 5 years because the wiring harnesses go bad, and that's a lot of extra expense. So that's one of the reasons I don't like the automatics, but I didn't mind driving them They were comfortable. I ain't been through here since they opened a new bridge. Been watching them build it, but it's open now. Heck, they got the old one tore apart already. No, I got a load of watermelons on. I picked up in Georgia. I'm going to deliver at 11 o'clock tonight at Aldi's over by Kansas City. whole bunch of watermelons. Hey, John. Good morning. Uh-oh. I'm getting a few drops on the window now. Maybe it's finally going to hit the rain. John, did you watch the debate last night? That was a joke, wasn't it? I didn't watch it. I fell asleep, but I listened to parts of it this morning. I mean, I don't really care. Like I talked to Shannon earlier today, I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I guess I'm an independent. I just worry about me and my people around me. And that guy, he shouldn't be in charge of nothing right now. The way he sounds, he has no energy in him. Yeah, I don't usually either, but the way the economy's been the last 4 years, I wanted to listen. I fell asleep after yesterday's drive, and but I listened all morning on Fox, different things, and they built it up like he'd been practicing for what 8 or 9 days over at Camp David, and that's all he could come up with. I guess they're scrambling now. They're thinking about what Fox, when they interviewed different people, that they might ask him to step down and not run. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm 64. I turned 64 this week, and I've never had it. I've been driving 39 years, and I've never had it as bad as it is the last 4 years. I think his mind has too, and they've been just covering it up for him, you know. But you never see him out in public doing anything. And most of the time, the presidents don't do much. They're just a figure up there for everybody else to poke and tell what to do. They're just a face for the deal, but that's the wrong face. It shows that we're weak. Our country's weak. We're not a weak country. You guys are all on YouTube. I don't know if you've been seeing it, but there's a lot of military equipment being transported by rail. Yeah, that's what they talked about. I didn't know how they did it either, Victoria, but I guess they have till August 7th, and it's a little easier. But after August 7th, it gets really difficult. So they got about a month, little over a month, to figure out if they want to do it or not. But they don't know who. Hi, Jane. They don't know who they could bring in at the last minute like that. That's another deal. Finding the person that can fill in Yeah, if you look, it's on shorts. Even in Canada, there's great big long trains. There's one. The train was in Hesperia, a bunch of tanks and different things, and there was a big old train up in Canada. Somebody in Canada did a video of it. I've seen three different videos of different trains of military equipment being shipped to the coast. I know a lot of people get worried when the trains are going out to California, but the Air Force Base right there at Barstow is a big training deal, and every summer they'll ship a lot of equipment out. And all right, thanks, Danny. They'll send a lot of. I used to haul like military equipment when I had my flatbed, and all your Air National Guards, Army Guards, and all them. In the summer, they'll send them to these places for training for 2 weeks, and so they send out their own equipment out, or sometimes they'll have equipment there, so you can't really go by what's on the train in the summer because a lot of it's just training going on. But they'll ship the equipment out, months in advance, and they'll go out there and set up in tents and run around the desert out there at Barstow. Now, if the train goes past Barstow, then you might have something to worry about. Yep, you're right about that. I'm not saying Trump is the greatest guy. I'm a lot like him, I think, in a way. I say what I feel, and I don't care about people's feelings sometimes when I say it, when I'm saying the truth. But there's so much society now, they don't want you to say nothing bad to hurt somebody's feelings. And that ain't what this country was built on. We were built on pride and all that, not take the easy way out. Our independence and our freedoms. 417 over there. All right, Janie. Thank you for dropping in. I come on a little earlier today because we'll be parked here in a little bit. So I thought maybe I could catch an earlier crowd. he doing over there? Oh, I guess they're got the servicer world they're working on. You got a flagman over there. Couldn't figure out what you doing sitting there for. Need to be working out here on the interstate, not that service road. Oh, putting all new guardrails up on it. Yep, you're right, Victoria. But we got so many of these younger generation that just want everything handed to them. They don't want to work or fight or stand up for their rights. They want everything just handed to them. Like I call it we're in a microwave society. No waiting. Hurry up and get your stuff and get it for free. I mean, I believe in the welfare system, but it's broken. It hinders people from getting out and getting a job and trying to make themselves better because so many of them can live on the welfare system and not have to get a job. Yeah, I know people, they have hard times and can use it, but it shouldn't be you're on it your whole life. I had my mom's cousin, they're gone now, but they never worked a day in their life and they had 9 kids. I mean, there ought to be a limit, if you're on the system, not be able to keep pumping out kids. Now, some of their kids have grown up and actually they're not on it, but the parents, they were on it the whole time. Then I used to have a gas station for a while, and another deal bites me. That there's an older gentleman. He was way older. He's like it was in his 70s. He traded there at the gas station, charged his gas every month. He was on welfare and got money to go to school. They paid him to go to school. And oh God, be prepared, people. And he had all of his family going to school while being
Can you
on
hear me?
welfare. Yeah, unfortunately.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hang
we
on.
hear you. Hang on to what?
I don't know. Did I do it right?
Well, we can see you and I can hear you, so I guess it's working.
Hang on.
You're not moving though.
Okay.
Move your head up and down.
Is that
There
better?
you go. Now there's it. Now it's moving. You were frozen
Are you
for a
there?
minute. Yeah. All right.
Hello?
Victoria's in here. Tell Victoria about your tractor. Which one do you
I
want?
can't hear you.
There you go. We hear you.
I did something wrong. I don't know what it was. Hang on.
Yeah, my little brother was the same way. He got 4 kids, I think, and he hardly ever worked. And I don't talk to him no more. I ain't talked to him since my mom died. And but he he lived off of it, and he gets $5,000 to $8,000 back on his taxes every year. and blow it in a couple weeks. I don't know. I ought to quit my job. I could have more. He could go fishing, camping, do whatever, run around. I mean, he didn't have no new vehicles, but I don't know. I've never. I got a good tax man, but like I think we end up paying $1,600 this year. I got some back in state, like 400 or 500 is all, but I always have to pay in some, and they take a lot of tax money out of it. I don't get taxes taken out. I'm an independent contractor, so I get a 1099. But Shannon has taxes taken out of her check. She's trying it again. Hold on here. Can you hear me now?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yep. Unfortunately,
Okay.
this time we could hear you last time.
Well, I couldn't hear you.
No, Victoria. I only do it once a year. We
Okay.
wait till the last. Well, Shannon waits till the last minute.
Randy doesn't do taxes. He doesn't know how to do that. Randy could actually do the taxes if he wanted to, but Randy does not do the taxes. Shannon does the taxes. And because he's self-employed, he does not have to do it quarterly. We do it yearly.
Before I met Shannon, I didn't do my taxes for 9 years. I didn't want to do it.
No,
And
it's
she made
easier.
me.
Yeah, I made him, and if he wouldn't have done it then, he wouldn't have what he has now. So that's why he has what he has now, because Shannon made him do stuff.
Yeah, now I'm stuck with her.
No, you're not stuck with me. You could get rid of me anytime. Alvin will take me.
Alvin's already got a house cleaner. They was over there yesterday.
Well, just because Alvin has a house cleaner doesn't mean that he already said he'd take me.
Oh. Well, I'll ship
So
you
there.
off. I
You
can't
would
afford the
too.
box to ship you though.
Yeah, well, you're probably gonna. Probably gonna look at there. That's what you need to look at,
No.
so I can read the chat without you guys looking at my forehead.
Well, actually, I can make it.
No, we don't need to make it
Here.
anyway.
No, I made it just solo me back, but we can hear you still. And we don't
Oh,
have to look at your avatar.
oh, well, no, it's okay. You can look at my avatar because I don't feel like
All right.
being seen on camera.
Victoria's in here. She's wanting
Okay.
to buy her tractor this weekend.
Okay.
So tell her your opinion. I'll
Okay.
shut up.
I don't generally have opinions on machinery because I'm not allowed to, Victoria, because that's Randy's deal. He usually buys all the motorized vehicles, and I'm only allowed to buy hay and livestock. But from a user side of it, I really like the little tractor. I
What
don't
number is
use
yours? I forgot
20.
that yesterday.
It's an L2501.
Okay, the one she's looking at, the little bit big, next size bigger.
Well, it's better to have the next size bigger than what we have. I
Yeah.
don't try to make little Katie do stuff that she really shouldn't be doing like Randy does. But I'm happy with the size of the tractor, except for when we feed round bales, it's kind of hard, but we can use the pickup for that. But anyway, The little tractor that we have, you can pick up, probably about 3 foot off the ground. You can pick up about, 750, 800 pounds, I believe.
Yeah.
Uh, and it will lift a round bale that's like 1,200 pounds, but it really shouldn't. 1,000 pounds is not a big deal, but it just depends on what you want it for. I mean, for brush hogging, ours has a 5 foot brush hog. It has a 6 foot bucket, although it should have a 5 foot bucket because, no, the new bucket it's a 5 foot, isn't it?
Yeah,
The new
new
one.
one's a 5.
Okay, so the one we used to have was a 4 foot bucket, which was fine. It's really, they're just a lot of fun to have to
Oh,
use for
speaking of
something.
buckets, that's one thing too, Victoria. Make sure you get the one that's got the quick disconnect when you're on your bucket
Yes,
side. Because when we first bought ours, it was stuck on their
we didn't
pins,
know.
and you couldn't. Well, I didn't think about it, and I ended up buying the quick disconnect. That way, if you want to put forks or anything else on, it's easier. So make sure you get one that's got the quick disconnect on it.
Yes, so that you can
Oh,
change your
we got
your
the.
attachment.
She wants to know the size of yours. The 25. It's a Kubota.
We have it's a Kubota L2501 is what we have. It's about a 3 acre tractor is what it is.
It's the next size smaller than one you was talking about yesterday, Victoria.
Ours, when we got it, it came with a bucket, a brush hog, and a blade. And then after a while, we ended up getting, because we couldn't change the attachment, we couldn't take the bucket off. So then that's when we went and spent the extra money to buy that part so that we could do that. And we got a bigger bucket for that. And then we got the forks. And the pallet forks is something that I use a whole lot. I actually use the pallet forks more than probably the bucket, but
Yeah, that quick disconnect for the, like you want to get forks or anything. I mean, sometimes you don't have to buy the forks from the dealer. You can get deals on them, but if you got the attachment already on there, you can get stuff from Bobcat, or, Kubota or John Deere. They all interchange. Most of them do. So you can get different attachments. But the forks are really handy. We use them a lot. Like if you're picking up trees, like you're going to be knocking down your little trees, you can put the forks on there and you can stack more on than you can in a bucket.
Yeah.
They're real. We use the forks for a lot. She moves the hay around a lot of times with them.
Yep. We have pallets, and sometimes I'll get, like, if I go get hay and I know I don't have anybody to help me unload it, I'll have them put the hay on the pallets, and then I can take the pallets off of the trailer so I don't have to touch the hay, because I've learned how to do stuff the lazy way since I got a tractor. I could get people to load it on there for me, and then I don't have to unload it. And then I just put it right in the trailer, or you can put it in your garage. I mean, a lot of times we would put feed, we'd stack it on a pallet so that way we could just move it whenever we wanted it. We didn't have to move like if I didn't have to pick up like 5 or 6 bags of feed, load it twice. I just load it once and take it where I wanted to unload it.
No, Victoria, they interchange. A lot of them interchange.
Yes, the attachments.
I got a bucket that goes on my Bobcat. It works right on our Kubota. They're mostly it's just the way the locking deal is. Most of them are all interchangeable. There is a few that's got a different hole in the bottom, but for the most part, like you get a post-hole digger and stuff like that, they're all interchangeable. Most of them are interchangeable.
Oh yeah, you can buy whatever kind of attachment you want. You can paint that sucker any color you want too, because if you don't like the color of it, you just paint it whichever color you want. I mean, most of the time
But
pain in
if you
my
get the one that's fixed, then you can't change it around without taking 4 pins out,
Oh, well,
and
I
it's a
don't.
pain in the back.
She's asking. She's heard that the John Deere makes it more difficult compared to the Kubota. Now I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
know on that. I don't know. I don't think so. A quick disconnect is a quick disconnect.
Yeah, because I mean, like whenever they made when we had the guy make the attachment for the just to pick up square bales of hay, he actually used a it's a Kubota. What do they call that? It's a skid steer plate.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
the skid steer plate. It's a
yeah
blank. It's a blank, and there, and then you weld everything, weld whatever on it.
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
that
he
and
made
he
her a deal where she can pick up square bells, little square bells. It goes right on the front of the tractor now too, so she don't even have to carry the square bells around. It's like a little
no
hay spike, but it's for small bells.
yeah. Technically it is a it would be the same as a regular hay spike. It just doesn't have the big long stinger in the middle. It just has the two little ones on the side. Is the only difference. But I mean, we've had our tractor. We've had it 8 years, haven't we?
I was
Is it 8 years?
yesterday when I was talking. I thought it was 8 or 10 because I think we've had a lawnmower 6. But I bought it like 2 years after the tractor. I thought.
Yeah, we've had little Katie, and we've only got 476 hours on our tractor in that time. So we really don't have a lot of hours on it for as long as we've had it, but we use it. I mean, it comes in very handy. The only problem I've ever had in the entire time that we've had this tractor is last winter when it got so cold. We've never changed the battery. It still has the original battery in it, and I actually had to jump. We had to jump start it to get it to start because it was so cold.
Now one time it got stuck in gear.
Yeah, it has gotten stuck in gear, but it was really easy to get it unstuck. But I think sometimes that's the difference. And Randy's not going to want to hear this part, so Randy, close your ears, and I'll tell Victoria. Uh, when you have a tractor that has a clutch and you don't push that clutch in all the way and you grind those gears, that's what causes it to do that.
No,
So
it ain't.
whenever, yes,
It
it
was
is.
the linkage stuck.
It's all in how you force it into gear.
Hey, backtrack. Oh yeah, I got an R while ago. As soon as you left, Rita said, "Don't tell you though." But Rita gave me an
Oh,
R.
Rita gave Rita an R, and Victoria's laughing. But yes, I'm very gentle with the tractor, and I can do a lot of stuff with that little tractor, and very smoothly do the stuff with the tractor. Where
Now, do you like I was telling her about putting fluid in the tires? Can you tell the difference since I put the fluid in the tires? Because I told her
truthfully,
you
no,
didn't really want me to do that,
I
but
did.
there is
I
a
did not
difference.
want there. The reason why I did not want the fluid in the tires was because another thing that Randy doesn't want to hear, Victoria, is if he thinks if it's got fluid in the tires that it can pick up heavier stuff,
It
and it's
can.
not made for the to pick up the stuff that what he wants to pick up. He needs one of those great big tractors to pick stuff up, where Katie's not that big. She's just a little tractor.
I think ours is 25 horse. That's what the number is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that means, 25.
Yeah, they'll make them out of plastic one of these days.
That
You won't
is
grind
not
them.
true. If you keep grinding them, you're going to have to change your transmission. But it didn't bother me at all to have the clutch. It absolutely does not make any difference to me. I had no problem with the clutch. So, but I'm used to driving a
Before you
clutch.
came in, Victoria actually bought her a car that has a stick in it because she
Good.
wanted a stick.
Well, it'll keep those young people from driving it.
It's a Ford, but it does have a stick in it.
There ain't nothing wrong with the Ford. Yeah, pretty much. I like the little tractor though; it's very handy. But I will tell you one thing: if you decide that you want to brush hog your field and you buy a tractor, and they tell you that it has a quick hitch on it or quick connect to connect it, they are lying through their teeth because it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to hook up the flipping brush hog on this thing.
We
I'm just
actually
saying.
bought that you can buy these for the hook on the 3-point hitch, and you can buy these. It's a quicker. It's still it's easier, but it's still not that quick on them little tractors there to hook it up. But
There's
they got
nothing
called
quick about it.
no. Hey AR,
Hey, hard. There's nothing quick about it. I'm just telling you. If you want a brush hog, you
yeah, they're
want to hook
really
it up the
tight
day before.
tolerances. Yeah, we always fight the PTO shaft trying to get it to slide, but we don't use it all the time, so
No,
it's
we
not
don't.
wore out. I mean, we probably
We've probably used it
well
twice a
once a
year
year
since
we hook it. Yeah,
twice.
once or twice a year is all we hook the brush hog up.
That's it. It's probably twice a year. We hook it up to brush hog the field because we only do it once, maybe twice a year if it's lucky. It's just not something that we do all the time, but we don't have to pay somebody to come do it. And I don't mind mowing the field. It doesn't bother me a bit. That's right, backtrack. It is still a pain.
Yeah, I thought I
We tried
bought
to make
those.
it
I
easy,
thought it
but
would
there's
be a lot
nothing
easier, but
easy.
it just seems like they don't lock in really easy.
No, you fight it. It's a constant fight. And so I don't like hooking the brush hog up unless I because if Randy wasn't going to be home this week tomorrow, I was still going to be brush hogging the field. So I was still going to be hooking it up. But we've done all kinds of
Before
stuff,
we
had all
got
kinds
our
of fun.
equipment, we would go and rent from rental equipment and do our stuff, and
We
then
would
you
only
have
rent
to
the
go,
Bobcat.
and clean up. So it just makes it handier when you got it there.
No, backtrack. That's not how it works on ours. I'm telling you, it's not how it works. Well, Randy likes to run the zero turn around the inside of the fence line because he thinks it looks nicer, but in
It
reality,
does.
all he's actually doing is taking the food away from the animals
They don't need
because
it.
they could be eaten out.
It does. I like
But
keeping
he
my
gets
fence
mad
rows clean.
because I don't want the grass any shorter than 6 inches, so he gets mad if I tell him that the grass is I don't want it as short as he wants to make it. He doesn't understand the theory behind it.
I do too. It keeps the parasites and the bugs and stuff away, and they don't get worms as bad.
Yeah, and it works if you
Well,
do it
I
right.
understand it. I just like it groomed up.
I pretty much videoed the whole time I was outside, just in case you was wondering.
Should have had you come on while you was out there, and you could have showed the quick attachment or the how we're talking about the bucket and stuff. That's too far for you to walk out.
That's way. I'm not
Yeah.
walking all the way down there, but the tractor's actually inside the trailer, and
Yeah.
it's kind of dusty in there. And I try to stay out of the dust. I didn't go and see the chickens because I don't want to be in the dust. Yeah, I don't blame you. If you've ever had Lyme disease, you don't want to be messing with the ticks anyway. They they really if you keep the stuff mowed down, it's not so bad.
A lot of places around our area anymore, they don't keep the fence rows cleaned out, the trees out of them, or nothing.
Hey, we have a fence row that has that problem. We really
Not
do.
on not on our side of the fence.
Yes, we do.
Where?
Over there behind the horse pens, or right along that fence over where the horse pens are.
Yeah, but that's on the other side of the fence.
That sure is funny. There's a lot of that green stuff that's come through the fence.
Yeah, it could be trimmed up straight up the fence, but I can't take the trees out because it's on other people's property. I like to have a buffer. I like the tree shade, but I'd like to be able to take the tractor or lawnmower at least beside like I do on the hayfield side. Have a path.
Backtrack says our quick attach has 2 handles on the top of it to release the implement, but the handles don't stay locked. So when we back up to the implement, the locks drop for us, and that's a pain. Our bucket, because because we change attachments all the time. It seems like sometimes it's usually the bucket, it's not as much the forks as it is the bucket, but it doesn't go flat against the plate like it should. So we usually have to wiggle it a little bit to make it fall into place so we can get the locks on, push down.
Yeah, the top brace shouldn't be so deep so it can't go up in it, but it's made where it could go on other stuff. It's got a bigger deal.
Victoria's asking Backtrack what kind of tractor he's got. He says it's an old Ford. Like a 8N or a 9N? And a Kubota, he says. Hi, Betty. You gonna bite me again? A 9N?
I've moved a lot of hay with a 9N Ford.
I never had one of those. Well, I had a case when we first met years ago.
Yeah.
What was it? It was a small case.
It was bigger than a 9N. It was a little bit bigger than a 9N.
See, I even had a tractor before I met Randy.
Them old Ford tractors, man, they've done a lot of plowing and hay. That was a go-to tractor back years ago. When I was young, that was a tractor. It was.
Oh, I was going to tell Victoria, are you going to get a tractor that's got the full cab on it, or are you going to?
No.
Or not?
She's getting the canopy. We already talked about that.
Yeah, I highly recommend that.
25 horse, Victoria.
Yeah, 25 horse. I highly recommend the canopy because, man, you just don't even know how much out of it.
She lives in Texas, so she said that was a must.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Shannon didn't want me to do all that stuff, but she really enjoys it.
Well, I'd really like to have a canopy.
And then when I run into a tree and cracked it, I caught hell for it.
Yeah, and he never fixed it after I bought him the repair kit to fix it with. See, Backtrack has a full cab on his Kubota, and he hates it.
I like different times of the year a full cab, but most time when I'm out mowing, I like the air blowing around me mowing. I don't know, kind of weird, but if I'm out with the snow, which I'm not out in the snow that much.
He don't go out in the snow. He's allergic to the white stuff, I'm telling you.
I am. So
I'm the one
if
that
I was out in it, I wouldn't mind the closed cab, but I like it going out just brush hogging with a canopy and driving around in the air blowing.
I'm the one that goes out with the full face mask and coveralls and heavy coat and gloves, and I'm the one out there blading the driveway, and he's usually the one sitting in the house watching,
I'm usually
telling me
not home
telling
when
me
it's
that I
snowing.
missed the spot. Oh, see, Backtrack's 6'3" and 240, so he says it's kind of hard to climb in and out of it. I could see that, because sometimes it's all I could do to climb up on the tractor. Once I'm up there, I'm all right, but sometimes it takes some effort, and it is extra cost, and it does cost quite a bit more to have that. I mean, I guess it just all depends on what you're going to be doing, but I mean, if you're just going to occasionally be uh, brush hogging or just doing little things around your yard, no bigger than the tractor is, you probably don't need a cab. Yeah, the humidity today, I don't even know what the humidity is today, but I'm gonna tell you it's high because I've already had to use my inhaler once. I forget what ours was gonna cost. I don't remember what was ours, like I think it was like 15,000 without the cab, and it was gonna be like 24 with it or something like that. It was crazy high, but I mean, it's been years ago. Do you remember, Randy?
No, I don't know.
I think that's what it was gonna be. It was gonna be a little bit higher.
She was saying yesterday that the John Deere's right now are actually cheaper than the Kubotas with the same attachment.
Oh, Backtrack says, "Give me a minute. About to slap a kid around. Turn your heads. It's okay, Backtrack. Slap the kid around." Mine's 6'3", and I'll still smack him around if he gives me any trouble. Of course, he is in his 30s now. Yeah, I've charged my phone up while I was outside so I could uh, get on here with you, because if I don't charge it, it sucks my battery down really bad. When I get on live with you,
Yeah.
it sucks my battery.
We'll get Robert's long charger and plug it in.
It makes it hot for me to when it's
Oh.
charging it. It gets hot. I don't want to hold it because I don't do my phone like you do yours. I don't just keep it plugged in all the time. I let it run the battery down a ways before
Well,
I
it
do
looks
that.
like I might be getting closer to the rain. You
I
keep
told
telling me
you
it's raining
it,
somewhere,
it,
but
it was just, I just went out to I come in the house and washed my hands, and then I went out to the truck and I got my mail out of the front seat. And I come back in, and it was sprinkling while I was out there because the door got wet, had raindrops on it while I was out there. Victoria says mine gets hot when it's on the charger and using it at the same time. Yeah, it does. That's what mine does. But of course, I've had my phone, knock on wood somewhere, since like 2018 or 2019. I know somebody that's on this live right now that's had 3 phones since then, or maybe even
I
4.
have
I'm not
not.
sure.
I've,
Yeah, you have. It's either 3 or 4 phones he's had. One of them he just completely blew it up. I think he, I think he fried the processor in it. That last phone he had. Victoria's laughing at you.
I know everybody's
Or
laughing at me.
she's laughing at me because I'm just telling you like it is.
We only want the facts. Sleepy Joe, you can go back to sleep.
I know what the facts are. I couldn't get my TV channel on earlier. Victoria says that is too many phones with the costs. It is too many
Yeah.
phones. Victoria, do you
Well,
know that Randy has 2 cell phones and a tablet in his truck right now?
now my phone, they
Mm-hmm.
one of them is expensive. It cost me what $1,300 for the one we're on right now.
I have
But
no
my
idea what you paid for.
backup phone was $200. But this good phone went out one time, and I have to have a phone for work,
Your
and I had
good
to send
phone,
it off. So
that's 2 times that your good phone went out.
yeah, I've had two of them go out now.
No,
Well,
no,
first time
it's the same phone.
no, it's not.
Yes, yes. The same phone that you got that went out on you when you was out on the road, you got that second phone. It's the
Yeah,
same phone
yeah,
that blew up on you.
yeah, it is. But that's why I say I ain't had that many because I had it fixed first time.
Mm-hmm.
Second time I didn't fix it, and my
They couldn't
windshield's all
fix it.
messed up.
They couldn't fix it the second time because you done fried it. Oh, Backtrack says, oh, Victoria says you're electronics poor, and yes, he is. And Backtrack says, I said, did it run out in front of you while you were fishtailing down the dirt road? I wasn't fishtailing, Dad. Then how did these gravel marks line up perfectly with your rear tires, and how did your back tire come off the rim? Whoops. Yeah, Backtrack, I don't blame you at all if you smack him. We never had that with Robert. He's just way too careful with his vehicle. He drives like Grandma Moses. Ugh. You know, I couldn't even remember the last time I made a video. It was in May. I think it was in May, wasn't it?
I think so. It's been a while.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how long it had been, but I think it was
It
May.
was back when you had something about kids, and you had one you had started, and then you said it was too old.
It was.
Caught him
Then
on the blacktop.
I think you're going to have to ground that one. Let all the air out of his tires. Take his keys away.
Poor kid. I know you did it in your lifetime when you was a kid.
Well,
Go
Randy,
easy on him.
you got a nephew down the road that's in his late 30s that still does it. And he's taught his kids how to do it so good that when you drive past their house, the road's really rough.
I know it. Well, I don't know if it's all of these kids. A lot of it's him and his wife too.
Well, yeah, it's like there's 4 kids that live down the road from us. Backtrack says he'll learn. Already got tickets. Oh, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
I'm not going to say nothing. It took me a while.
What are you talking about? You're still working on it.
I lost my license 6 times.
Backtrack says we're not talking about my problems, Randy. Randy still has them problems, Backtrack. Sometimes he gets in trouble. Now he's got this voice that just starts making noise. Ding, ding, ding. You're speeding.
And when I'm in the pick, I hear it pick up. I got that voice too.
Yeah.
Why are we going so fast?
I'm always asking, are we in a hurry to get somewhere? Because we really aren't. Backtrack says, I've never lost my license and never parked in a ditch. Well, I've never parked in a ditch neither, and I've never lost my license. And you're going to hear me knock back here. I've never had a ticket.
I've done all of the above.
When was the last time you were in a ditch?
It was a snowstorm, and Dad's Ford pickup that wouldn't get around in the snow. Oh, dang, that was a big bump. And I come up to the T when we lived up north, and I thought it was another hill over, and I hit the brakes, went sideways, and slid it into the snowbank in the ditch.
Oh, no, Victoria, I don't regret the little Katie. Randy thinks we should have gotten it one size bigger, which we probably should have gotten one size bigger, but I'm satisfied with a little tractor myself.
I used to street race a lot, but I never did get caught doing that. I got close one night. I had a 69 Chevelle with a 396 the big horse 400 turbo with 411 P-track, and I went out to where we raced on the blacktops outside of town, and I did the turnaround getting ready to do a burnout, and the sheriff pulled up. We're sitting there. He goes, what are you guys doing? Going to race or something? We go, no, I having a problem with the car. And my starter had shorted out, and I had to put the battery cable on and showed him. I told him we were just coming back. There was a little fair in the little town next to us, and I go, the starter shorted out, and I got out of everything, but he didn't catch us.
Backtrack says he got in trouble with the law, just Grandpa. Sometimes
my mom would turn me in. I had a 69 Le Mans also, and if I'd uncapped the headers, there was a grocery store had a bank, an asphalt bank that you could pull up on. You could crawl under and take the 3 bolts out of the mufflers real quick and uncap the headers and go out of town. And if I come in and my car was too loud, my mom called the cops on me. And they'd come, they wouldn't give me a ticket because they couldn't catch me doing it, but they'd give me the riot act. She did that a couple times to me.
Oh, let me tell you something about Randy's mom. Randy's mom, I got sick, and I mean, this has been a very long time ago, and I had pneumonia then, and I was running a fever. And Randy's mom took me to the emergency room. And let me tell you, that was the fastest trip I ever got to the emergency room. Because I think she could have beat the ambulance there. She is something. Backtrack says, Grandpa wasn't a man of many words, but when he talked, you listened, laugh out loud.
That's what my dad was.
Oh,
he had one, and he was a short guy. He's only like 5'6", but he was stocky. He had arms, really big arms, and he had a deep voice, and yeah. Coming up the scale.
Victoria's laughing too.
Put my seatbelt on.
We ought to have the damn thing on all the time, excuse my language. If I gotta wear it, you should have to wear it.
You don't have to. I'll tell you don't have to wear it.
No, if I don't wear it, my pickup truck says, ding, 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 put your seatbelt on. Backtrack says, I pulled in the driveway that night and he met me with a for sale sign. I kind of figured it wasn't a fire sale sign.
Backtrack, if you ever come to our area, you'll see a 70 Camaro cemented in the ground standing up. As a farmer, his boy, he wouldn't learn, and he's always racing it and stuff. And his dad dug a big hole in the middle. It's on top of a hill. And I don't know if you guys ever seen the pictures down in Texas of the Cadillac Ranch, but he took and stuck a complete car, running car with a motor and everything, stuck the motor down in the ground, and had a cement truck come in, and they cemented that thing in the ground. And that was back, I don't know, it's been there 20 or 30 years,
It's
and
been
it's
there more
standing
than
up in
20
the
years.
air.
It's probably been there 35 or 40 years, according to the legend in the area.
Yeah.
And Victoria says, would you say a 44 or 48 horsepower is too much tractor?
It depends on what you're doing. I don't think so. I think if you have place to park it, get it in your barns or whatever, it's always better to go bigger, because if you like ours, we went too small. It doesn't. Yeah, it works, but we could do a lot more if we had the bigger one. Like when we want to move our big bales of hay around. But in our barn, we couldn't go too big. The reason we got the smaller one, our doorway isn't tall enough, I didn't think, for us to go in and out of the barn.
Well, see,
That's why I went with the small one.
Our doorway's 10 foot tall, and it can go in and out with the canopy on it, no problem. There's probably maybe 4 inches maybe clearance.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it hits a little sign, just
Yeah.
about.
If we would have had a bigger tractor, we couldn't get in the barn to clean the barn out.
And that's what we got it for mainly, was to clean the barn out.
Yeah. But in reality, all we really needed was one of those small skid steers. We could have used one of the tiny ones. I forget what they call them, but the really small ones. We could have used one of them, and it would have been just fine for the cleaning out the barn, as big as the barn is.
And then another deal too, is the size wise, the market got flooded with the small ones, and a lot of people aren't happy because they got the 2 smaller ones, so they can't sell the smaller ones. People are wanting the bigger ones, so that's another deal on the resale. If you got the bigger one, it'd be easier to resell.
Yeah. Backtrack says, bigger is better for what you're doing, Victoria. And then he says, I've got to get ready for work. You all enjoy your day. Bye, Backtrack. Have a good day. And Victoria says, thank you all for these tips and advice.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Says he's playing in the dirt and listening.
I'm getting wet now. Well, I got my window up.
I'm not. I'm in the house.
I don't think he's going to last long, though.
I'm hungry. I should not have gotten a grilled cheese sandwich. It wasn't that great. I might have to have some chili.
Oh, you get done playing in the dirt. You know, you're not doing that on Sunday. Bring me up a load of gravel.
Depends on what he's playing on the dirt with.
Paul, I've been going to ask you, I don't know if you can type where you're at right now, but are you pulling an end dump, side dump, or are you in a dump truck with a pup? What kind of vehicle are you using?
Victoria says, that sounds good. Chili and grilled cheese sandwich. Well, I got the grilled cheese from Dunkin' Donuts, but don't do it. They didn't do a very good job at it. The coffee was good. That's what I really wanted, I guess. And I got donuts, but I never did eat them.
Okay. I've been going to ask you, and I keep forgetting.
He says, I got to go to the July Jam Sunday, or I would. I make a pot of chili every couple of weeks, and then I freeze it. So when I'm hungry, I just eat chili. My friend thinks I eat too much chili, and I said that's one of the easiest things I make that I can freeze. I guess I could have a sausage and egg burrito, breakfast burrito. He says he's got the end dump today.
Yeah.
So did you ever make up your mind?
What mine?
You want lasagna, or do you want
Yeah, lasagna's alright.
what's up
Cause I
to
don't
you?
need either one of them. Going to be bad on me. The mashed potatoes
I got
or the
bread.
lasagna. So
I got bread for both of them. I've got garlic bread, or I can make rolls. Victoria says, I would buy any food from the 2DD we have here, Dunkin' Donuts around here. I have seen a lady open a box with a knife, then use it with their food prep. Ugh.
yeah, yesterday when I was
Usually,
getting my food, I there was a guy there. They had the food court deal. He's climbing in his little bit. The food's just in trays, and he's changing the light bulbs. All he's doing. I go, you guys, that's kind of unsanitary what you're doing there. Well, what do you mean? I go, he's in there messing with the light that's out. Yeah, he changed your light bulb, but he doesn't have gloves on. He's going to be knocking any dust or dirt down in that food that's in them trays. There's chilies, hot dogs, and different things, and all that's going to fall right on that food. I go, that's really bad and sanitary. Oh, I didn't think about that. I go, no, I didn't think you did, or you wouldn't have been doing it.
or if they happen to be turning that light bulb and it break.
Yeah, I thought of that too. I didn't say nothing about it. But I thought too. Yeah, that is a really long, skinny fluorescent light. I mean, it was half inch around. I've never seen a fluorescent light so skinny. But I was thinking that too. Man, that break, and it's just going to contaminate all that. But then I got thinking about all the dirt, dust particles falling out, because they're not reaching up there wiping that light down every day.
No, most people don't.
My food was out of the other deal, or I wouldn't have gotten no food. But there was two of them there. They got I call it tacos, but they'll have like 6 different kinds of meat. Like they'll have like a potatoes and pork or chicken.
Uh-oh. He stopped talking. What happened? Wow, it's really quiet now. His truck's not moving.
They're a bit.
Oh,
They're
there
back.
he is. I was wondering where he went.
I just had to take a break.
Yeah, figures. I don't know how many people you got in here. I can't see that.
It says 4, but I got my other phone on. But it's never right. I know Paula's probably still here. You and Victoria, so it might be right.
Mm. See,
Paula leaves it.
he's got 2 phones on.
Well,
What?
so I can pin this deal so you can come up. I cannot pin the message unless I turn the other phone on.
Oh,
And this way,
that's the way.
I'm not lonely. I always have somebody in here with me.
I don't know how you could be lonely in your truck anyway. I mean, you got all kinds of devices in there.
This way I can talk to myself.
Well, I was gonna watch your live from, was it yesterday?
It was mainly about me and Victoria and Backtrack talking about tractors yesterday. That's about all it was.
Well, I started watching it, and then I had to go to work. So then I wasn't listening to it. I ended up listening to that debate, on part of the debate on the way to work. And then when I got to work, I was gonna get everything logged in, and I was gonna turn it on so I could listen to it instead of listening to my Pandora. Well, the internet was our Wi-Fi at work. It sucks. So it's always competing because I've got two computer screens. They're actually two different computers. One is for the warehouse, and the other one is for the place I work for. But they have two Wi-Fi systems, so they're trying to connect at the same time, all the time. So sometimes it works great, and sometimes it doesn't. Well, last night it wasn't going to work.
I'm going by the trucking company where we got together.
Oh, GD Winter in Bates City, Missouri.
They built a new Lowe's here at this exit.
They're no longer in business.
You know,
GD Winter's not. They've built truck stops all over everywhere. Because I do the payroll, so I was doing payroll last night, and there's a new truck stop down by. It's actually in Norwood, down by Springfield, Marshfield,
hmm
but of course it's not in our system. So, but yeah, there's all kinds of new truck stops.
well, they're travel plazas.
I guess that's what you want to call them.
They're not
Still,
truck stops. They're places to get fuel and quick food and go.
no, these guys actually stayed there, so I was calling them truck stops because that's where they spent the night at.
Well, they're still. The Love's is just a travel center. It's like they're not big restaurants or
But why did they
garage
go to
shops and
there? It seems like Love's, Flying J, TA. It seems like they're in the Petro. It seems like they're trying to compete with Dollar General and try to get one in every town.
yeah. Love's builds one. They open a new one every week. Just about Love's does.
That's
When
insane.
I got the new tires on the Kenworth years ago, they was telling me when they opened that one that they go around and they try to open a brand new one once a week around the country.
What's the purpose of that?
Go get different markets. Oh man, do I need to pull over here or go on in?
I don't know. Where you at? Oak Grove?
Yeah, almost by where you bought your trailer.
I don't know what to tell you because you're going to be
I
going
don't
on
want to.
Andy, right?
It's 50 miles on in. I'm gonna
They
go
do
go down to the
stupid
other one.
stuff. They do stupid stuff in the middle of the night in Kansas City. So, I mean, more weird stuff happens.
It's
Highways
noon.
shut
Maybe
down
there's a place to
in the middle of the night.
park down here at this other one.
I
We'll go
could
down
have
on
looked
435.
I could try to look something up, but I don't think I can do that with.
No, you
I don't.
can't. I looked up when I stopped before I started my live. There's a shell there I never know about in that area, but I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know. I got to remember how to edit my video. I ain't done that for a while.
That'll take you 3 hours.
Probably take me 6 or 12. I got it. I plugged it back in so it would charge. I guess that's what it's over here doing right
Did your
now.
GoPro even work? You haven't used it in a long time.
Well, I used my GoPro that I always use because I don't like that other one you got. Because the other one, the 10, you could use that going down the road if you can figure out how to do it. Like your GoPro, that one's you can have it You can use it to go live. Victoria says, what does Backtrack show on his channel, or is he just a subscriber?
I believe he's just a subscriber. I don't think he does anything.
I don't know. I never went to his channel. Does it let me? Not on this side anyway. I'd have to go back over to the other side. And I turned it off so that I wasn't echoing.
You could have come up on your laptop and not had to mess with your phone.
Yeah, but then I would have had to got up, walk across the dang living room, grab the TV tray, and drag it sucker back over here. And then I was going to have to get a pillow to put behind my back so that I could sit up straight, because I'm not sitting up straight right now.
No.
Because I'm just tired. It's been a long day for me already.
Yeah, Backtrack's been following me for over a year, but he's got an S10 pickup that he's been working on the drag race. We got to talking about that, and so he just comes in. He lives up there just south of Detroit. He was like you. He was asking different opinions. I used to drag race and used to circle race, and he's asking opinions like you do, and I give him some good ideas on things and how to do different things. And so we just kind of clicked talking about motor stuff. One day he was putting the push rods in and getting ready to, and the motor, I go, make sure you clean them out, because he had them out for quite a while, and he said he never even thought about it, and he went to clean them out, and a couple of them were plugged up, so it would have run his new motor.
I like drag racing myself. I like watching the drag races. I'm not much on the circle track personally, but we used to go all the time. I'd drag the car over there for Randy so he could drive. That was a long time ago, though. What kind of car races do you like watching, Victoria? Victoria says, I hope to be behind the wheel of a race car one day. Well, you can make that happen at the drag strip, because you can just get in there and go.
Yeah, you can take your Ford and go.
Yep. Take your
They have
street car
streetcars at the drag strip.
Yeah, they sure do.
No, circle
here they
track.
do.
You can do even your Ford. Some of the asphalt tracks have a deal. I watch on YouTube once in a while that you get spectators and bring your car out and run around the circle track.
Oh, drag front cars.
Oh.
See, our drag strip's just a hair too small for them. I mean, they have them, but it's kind of small. We got an 1/8 mile drag strip here. It's what? 17 miles away, I guess.
Yeah, John Force is one of her favorites.
Mine too. She
No,
says,
yours. That's what I'm saying.
Don't want to be the laughing stock. Everybody has to start somewhere, Victoria. Just look at it like that. I wouldn't be a race car.
We haven't had a drag car since we've been together. I've bought a lot of cars I've been going to make into a drag car. But we've had 2 or 3 circle cars for dirt tracks, but I just never have got the money or the time to build a drag car. I've had several when I was younger.
We also have a disagreement about a drag car. So that's why we've never actually done a drag car, I think. I think the circle track car was easier because it was his car. But if it was a drag car, then I would be involved, and then he would have to do things a little bit different because I do things different.
Yeah, she's odd.
Yeah. I liked helping work on the car. I didn't like putting it up on the trailer, but I'd drag it to the track for him. And I'd be the pit crew. And I get more Like that night the guy hit you, spun him out. I was madder than Randy was. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that guy ended up buying that car
I know, that was the
or
funny part.
trading.
No, we have a difference in opinion on motors.
She's a Ford fanatic, and I don't like Fords. They cost too much.
We have a drag strip and we've got 2 circle tracks not that far away, within 20 miles from us.
And another one, Bethany opened back up.
Oh, I didn't know Bethany
About
opened
50.
back up, but
Yeah,
that's like,
Bethany back up. That's 50 miles.
well, I thought that was like 40.
No, it's close to 50 miles up there.
We've been. It's not. It's not at the same place that we went, was it?
Yeah,
Where we got
yeah,
our big trophy.
it's at the fairgrounds.
Oh, I didn't know that they did that one there.
Yeah, they opened it back up. They're running Saturday nights.
Oh, so I guess we have 3 of them, Victoria, 3 of them, and then they got. Well, there's isn't there an asphalt one down at Kansas City?
Yeah.
And then there's
Eh,
the NASCAR one on the other side of Kansas City, right?
yeah, on Kansas City, Kansas side.
Yeah.
And then there's a dirt track down here in Kansas City too.
Yeah, so we got there's several different plate racetracks around us, I guess. I've never been to the ones in Kansas City, but I've been
We
to
used to
the
have another in the
oh,
Riverside I used to race at here in Kansas City. They closed it.
I used to take my son when he was little, when Randy'd be out of town. I'd take my son over to the drag strips, and we'd go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we'd get a bucket of chicken and all the sides, and we'd sit in the pickup or on the bleachers or in the back of the pickup and watch the drag races when he was little.
And Victoria, you like your funny cars and stuff. We're not that. We're about 85 miles or so, 90 miles from
Topeka,
Topeka. So they do the big funny cars there every year too. So
I've always wanted to go to see those, but we've never went. I took well, did I took my mother to the drags when she came to visit, didn't I?
yeah,
Gosh, that's been
yeah, because you're talking
probably
about some kind of Ford. There's a Ford there like she had or something.
16 or so years ago or more. 17, 18, maybe something like that. But anyway, I took my mother. She used to drag race when she was younger. When I was a baby, she would drag race and street race. And she had a Mustang, and we went. I actually took her to the drag strip so she could see the drags. She really liked that. Well, we haven't been to the drag strip for a long time. I actually don't remember the last time we went.
Been a couple years, 3.
No, it's been more than that because I think Ricky was there, and he's passed away since.
They bring the jet cars once a year over to our drag strip.
Yeah,
Wait on the funny cars. We got, it's like she says, an eighth of a mile. So
it's an 8th mile, and if they go past that 8th mile, they're going to be in the cornfield. Victoria says, I haven't watched races in many years. We have a family friend who has friends that drive drag, and we lived near the track, but I don't remember what the original name of the track was we would go to. I don't remember what they called
Years,
one over at Winston.
years ago when I was out, the track?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
It's Winston Speedway.
Oh, I think the other one is
Or I-35.
yeah, that was,
I-35 Speedway.
and the one at Osborne's US 36 Raceway.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to
Years
follow them
ago,
on Facebook.
On weekends, I always stopped the truck and went to races. I want to go to the one, they got a big, nice dirt track at Waco. And I've stopped it a few times. I get mad. Then I noticed here where I'm working out of Amarillo now, it's 6 miles on Saturday nights to the track from our shop. So I can, if I'm ever stuck in Amarillo on Saturday nights, I can go to the track there.
Oh.
It's right on the bypass. When I left last Saturday, come up through there, I seen all the cars pulling in.
When we used to go to the I-35 racetrack all the time on the 4th of July because we'd go in the semi and we'd sit there and watch the fireworks because they got a fireworks show and it's nicer and cooler to sit in the semi.
We'd pay for the admission, go up to the gate. Hey, we're not coming in, but we want to pay. And we can watch the racetrack, sit in the truck, and then watch the fireworks afterwards and have the air conditioner on.
Yep. That was fun. We ain't done that for a few years. I think the last time we did it, you had Goldie. We haven't done it since you had Goldie. Funny thing, I think all the trucks have had names. Victoria says, I just remembered it was the something. Oh, it was called Houston Raceway.
I don't think I've ever been to the one in Houston.
I don't know where Betty went. She disappeared again. Are you there yet? Seems like you've been driving. Like ever since I've been off work, you've been driving.
I have. I got only 2 hours and 41 minutes left on my clock.
I don't know what time you started driving, but I got off work at 6 o'clock.
Kim, if you're watching the replay, I'm coming up by you now, Kim.
Did you wave at Helen's house when you went by?
No, I forgot I was talking.
Oh. Let's see, I've been off work for what, 5.5 hours? Victoria said it was in Baytown.
Oh, in Baytown? I stop over Baytown quite a bit. There's a little fuel stop, but they got cheap fuel. I didn't know there was a racetrack over there. I've drove 362 miles since you got off work.
Yep. Well, I drove to Dunkin' Donuts, and then I drove to Walmart, and then I drove to the chiropractor, then I drove home, unloaded all the groceries, put 90% of them away, did my chores, videoed.
Victoria, are you sub to Jesse and Lisa? What's their channel name? Dang it. They live not too far from Baytown.
Lazy Days Ahead.
Lazy Days Ahead. They don't live too far from Baytown.
Yes. She says it was on FM 565 road. I'll looking on the map.
Oh.
And she's laughing. She says, I
Me and my
think
dad
there.
one year went to one up there as you come out of Dallas, out 30. I can't remember the town. It's just outside of Dallas. We went to a track there. I'm going right here on the left side of me is the Royals and Kansas City Chiefs stadiums.
She says, I think they're in Pearlands.
Yeah, they are.
There's Betty.
I stopped and seen them. They came up to the truck stop right there where 10 and the loop is right there. They come up and seen me. We went to lunch one day.
You've seen them a couple of times, haven't you?
No, I've only seen them once.
Oh, I was thinking you've seen them a couple of times. I don't know. I don't. The only YouTube person I think I've ever seen was Kim. Not your Kim, the other Kim.
Yeah.
I think she quit. I think she quit doing the YouTube. I don't think she's done any YouTube for a long time.
Mm.
She just does videos on Facebook now, I think. Or reels. Oh, gosh, I feel like I've been up forever. I was so
You know, it's
sleepy this
just
morning. I could take a nap.
us and Victoria and probably Paula. I want to close this down because I'm getting ready to come into Kansas City. I want to be able to pay attention to the traffic easier.
Okay.
So, thanks for everybody coming in.
Bye,
See everybody
everybody.
later.